99% of people open Cloud and either treat it like a chatbot, typing back and forth, or a search engine, looking up a quick answer. Used that way, you haven't even touched 1% of what it can do. Today, I will walk you through every important Claude Chat concept, what it is, where to find it, and when to use it. By the end, you'll be using Cloud way ahead of everyone around you who is still typing one-liners at it. You will get things done faster, with no more copy-pasting between tabs. Hey, I'm Steph. I find where small business lose hours and build AI to handle it. Alright, let's jump in. Today we're covering Claude Chat. This is where you do most of your cloud work, asking questions, looking things up, bouncing ideas, having it write things for you. You can access it at the web at clouds.ai, the desktop app, the mobile app, same account, synced across all three. I'm using the desktop app today. Open the desktop app and you will see three tabs at the top: Chat, Cowork, and Code. Today, we are on Chat. I will cover the other two in a separate video. Open Chat, and there are two main sections. The sidebar on the left holds all your chat, projects, and artifacts. The main area on the right is where you talk to Cloud. Alright, let's start with the left. At the top of the sidebar is Search. Find any past chats by keyword, type a word, and you jump right back to something you talked about a few weeks ago. Below that is New Chat. Click it and you start a fresh conversation. Projects let you set Cloud up as a dedicated helper for one specific project. A project is its own workspace. Each one has its own files, instructions, memory, and chat history. Nothing leaks between projects. Say you are working with the same client over a month, or pulling from the same reference files over and over. The old way, every new chat, you had to re-upload files and re-explain the client style from scratch. Set up a project once, and none of that has to happen again. Let me set one up. Click New Project, give it a name, and you are in. Inside, the right panel has three things: memory, instructions, and files. Memory picks up context as you chat inside the project. The more you talk to it, the more it remembers. This is just for this project, separate from the global memory, which we will cover later. Instructions is where you write one line telling Cloud the rules for this project. Tone, words to avoid, format preferences. Drop your reference files into files, client brand guidelines, logo assets, old posters, kick-off briefs. Each chat inside this project can reference them. Once it's set up, any chat you start inside the project puts in all that context automatically. Creating projects is on Pro plans and up. An artifact is something Cloud builds while you are chatting. It could be a document, a spreadsheet, a chart, a dashboard, a small interactive tool, or a mini app. Say I ask Cloud, build me a YouTube performance dashboard with views, retention, and click-through over the last 3 months. The right panel opens. The dashboard loads right there. You can see the trend. You can edit what Cloud builds, copy it, download it, or turn it into a link to send to anyone. The left side is the conversation. The right side is what Cloud delivers. Click the artifact icon in the sidebar and you will find starter templates. If you don't know where to begin, pick one. Say you click quiz or survey, Cloud comes back with a few questions. What's your quiz about? Who is it for? What do you want people to take away? Then it builds it for you. Last in the sidebar is customize. As the name suggests, everything you set up for Cloud lives here, including skills and connectors. Customize is different from settings. Settings is under your profile icon at the bottom left. That's for your account stuff. Two different places. Alright, that's the left sidebar. Now, back to the right. This is where you actually work with Claude. The main work area has the input box in the middle. That's where you type your prompts to Claude. Below the input box, the first button is the plus. That's your entry point to every tool. Click it, and a menu of tools opens up. First in the plus menu is Add Files and Photos. Drop in PDFs, docs, CSVs, screenshots, or charts, and Claude works with them. Add to projects is the reverse of what we covered in projects. Start a standalone chat. Realize later it belongs in a project. Then click the drop-down next to that chart's name or use Add to Project. You add it in after the fact. Great for when a casual chat turns into something worth keeping. Add from GitHub is for developers. Non-tech folks can skip this one. If you are technical, it lets you pull a GitHub repo in as a code contest. A skill is a reusable workflow module. If you find yourself doing the same thing 3 times, that's a skill waiting to happen. Package it up, teach Claude once, and you stop re-explaining. For example, I've got a video editing skill. I used to explain the process to Claude every time I edited a video. After a bunch of videos, I took the steps I ran every time and wrote them up as a skill. Now, I just point Claude at the skill and it runs the steps. No more teaching from scratch. Skills come from 3 sources. First, the official marketplace. Second, the community, where you search Claude skills on GitHub and find plenty pre-built. Third, build your own, which is just a markdown file. Every plan, including free, can use skills and build custom ones. A connector connects Claude to your third-party apps, Notion, Drive, Gmail, Slack, Calendar, Figma, the usual ones. Once it's connected, Claude can search, read, and act on your data directly, with no copy and pasting. On the home screen, you will see chips like from Drive, from Gmail, from Calendar. That's another place connector shows up. Whatever you connect, the home screen gives you prompt suggestions for that app. These chips are not skills. They are connector prompt suggestions. Each connector has its own permissions. After you connect, check whether it's read-only or read-write. Research is Claude's deep dive mode. Hand off a question, and it acts like a whole research team, hundreds of sources, cited reports back. It's similar to ChatGPT Deep Research or Perplexity Pro, but Claude can also pull from your connected apps, not just the public web. For example, research every CRM for small teams under $5 a month with pricing, features, and user reviews. Claude creates a plan and starts gathering. You see the plan plus a live source counting ticking up in the right panel. That's run 5 to 30 minutes. We will fast forward. When it's done, you get a cited report. Hundreds of sources get synthesized into a structured document. You can read it in the chat, download it as a file, or publish a shareable link. Research is on pro plans and up, not free. AI has an annoying issue called hallucination. Training data has a cutoff date, so sometimes it makes things up. Web search fixes that. It's on by default in the plus menu. For time-sensitive questions like, what's the latest Claude update in April 2026? Claude goes out, checks the live internet, and hands you an answer with source links. Click through and verify. So when do you pick which? Use web search for quick checks. Use research when you need a deep report. Use style, change the voice Claude writes in. Same content, different way of saying it. There are 5 presets: normal, learning, concise, formal, and explanatory. Explanatory doesn't get talked about much, but it's great when you are learning a new concept. That's the plus. Back at the input box, 2 more small things, the model selector and the map. The model selector is Claude's brain, and you get 3 models to choose from. Sonnet is the day-to-day default, so start here. Opus is the smartest and costs more per query, so use it for hard reasoning. Haiku is fastest and cheapest, good for simple Q&A and box summaries. If you're not sure, stay on Sonnet. Switch to Opus when a problem gets hard. There is one more thing, the mic icon. That's dictation. It turns what you say in text and sends it to Claude. Speak, and it gets tapped out. Use it when you are working, cooking, or your eyes are tired of typing. Say you want to send a conversation with Claude to a friend, a coworker, or a client. One link and they see the whole chat. Go to the top right of the chat, click share, and you get a public link. Whoever click it can read but not edit. Earlier in projects, we talked about each project having its own memory. There is also a global memory layer that remembers you across every chat. That's Cloud gradually getting to know who you are, so you don't have to introduce yourself from scratch every single time. Cloud remembers you automatically from your real conversations. Under Settings, Capabilities, there is a button called View and Edit Your Memory. Click it, and you can see what it remembers, edit it, delete items, or add to it. You can also import your memory from ChatGPT or other AIs, and you can export it to take with you. I've been chatting with Claude for a few months. Every new chat, it already knows I make YouTube videos. My audience is non-technical small business owners, and I go for an approachable tone. I don't have to explain any of it again. Every plan, including free, has this. Alright, that's every concept covered. Here are two things to do today. 1. Set up projects for the thing you work on most, like one client or one topic. Upload 2 to 3 files, write one instruction, and try it. 2. Install a connector. Pick the app you live in most, Gmail, Google Drive, or Notion. For Cloud's other products like Cowork and Code, see the ecosystem video. To watch me use Cloud Code to build real things, check the You Ask AI Build series. If this video helps you out, hit like and subscribe. I'm Steph, Prove It AI. See ya!